while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you guys are new here, I would love if you would subscribe down below. Today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial all on the look that I'm wearing right now. I got inspired by a picture I saw on Pinterest. It's like a very dramatic, kind of like cut crease with a little bit of sparkle in the crease. And I did like kind of a thicker wing and like nice and smoked out on the lower lash line. And I don't know, I just really love looks like this. I feel like they're so fun and just different than like anything that you normally would do. It does take a little bit more time and definitely practice. Even I was getting a little frustrated, but definitely over time, the more you practice, the more you will be able to create this look a little bit easier. Please leave your comments down below letting me know what looks you guys want to see. I'm having kind of like a struggle where I don't really know what to film. I don't know if you guys even like makeup tutorials anymore, or if you want to see more kind of like other lifestyle videos. It's hard because I love doing makeup tutorials, but I feel like they don't get as many views, and I don't know if that's because you guys don't really care to see them. You know, let me know what videos you guys want to see, because I want to create stuff that you guys want to watch. If you guys want to see how to recreate this makeup look, then let's just jump right in. Okay, so starting off with the eyes, I'm going to go in with the Morphe 35R palette, and I already primed my eyelids with concealer just to give it an even base. If you guys like using like an actual eye primer, then you can do that, but concealer works well for me. It just covers all the veins. So I'm just blending this color into my crease, but I'm keeping it up higher into my crease, and then I'm going in with this darker shade and a more like smaller tapered brush, and I'm just going to apply this in the crease as well. But as you can see, I'm kind of holding the brush upward because I don't want the color on my lid. I want to keep everything kind of up into the crease, but as you can see, I'm kind of creating a higher crease than my actual crease, if that makes sense. So that's what you want to do. You want to apply the shades a little bit higher than your actual crease. And then I'm going in with this darker shade and a smaller brush. And I will have all the brushes that I used linked down below. And I'm just putting this into my crease, but like I said, a little bit higher up and blending upward, not downward. And this takes a little bit to blend out, so just be patient. And, you know, once you blend it out, if you want to deepen it up, you can go back in and add more color. But I like to start off a little at a time and just really, really blend and make sure it is nice and smooth.
My bones crave your skin, temptation within.
So here I'm just going in with that first color that we applied on the lid, or the crease, and I'm just going to put that on top of the darker color just to blend the two shades together. And I'm kind of flicking my brush outward to kind of create more of like a wing shape. So here I went in with some concealer. Use any of your choice. I went in with the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer, and it was just what was in front of me, so that's what I used. And I'm using a really small angled brush to get like a really nice precise line, and just really, really take your time with this, because if you just go and apply it sloppy, you're gonna have to start all over. I'm sorry if I go out of frame. It's just really, really hard to do this and stay in focus at the same time. So now I'm just going back in with that dark color and kind of just blending that into the crease just to deepen it up just a little bit. You always want to make sure you set the concealer so it doesn't crease into the darker shade. So I went in with that kind of like light yellowy vanilla shade, and I'm just going to put this into my crease. Please ignore my other eye. I actually redid my other eye after I did this eye, because the first eye I was just kind of like testing to see. So I actually did this look like 3 times, but I'm just kind of blending that line out with that kind of like vanilla shade, and I'm also putting it in my inner corner. So here I took my Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liner brush, and I used the actual Stila Magnificent Metals glitter liner because I wanted a silver liner and not the gold, and the brush on the other liner is actually very small, so that's why I used it. And I'm just going to very lightly apply this above my crease. Here it kind of is in my crease, but not like really, I don't know how to explain it. You want to apply the glitter like a little bit above your crease so that it doesn't kind of get everywhere. So I just took my time with that, and then I'm going in with my Maybelline Gel Liner, and I'm going to create my wing. So I start on the outer corner of my eye, and I'm just kind of flicking this up to create my wing to start it, and I also kind of met it to like the end of the glitter. And here I'm just pushing my brush in to kind of create the thickness that I want. You really want to take your time with this too, because if you mess up, you really just have to kind of start all over. So just really take your time with this. As you can see, I'm literally moving in like baby steps. So I'm just going to finish the liner. I did get out of frame, so I just cut the rest out. But here I'm just taking a makeup wipe, and I'm really just wiping up the edge, and it'll give you such a nice sharp line. Now I'm taking Benefit's Highbrow, and I'm just placing this below my brow bone as a base just to kind of clean everything up. And then I did go in with another eyeshadow from the Modern Renaissance palette, because there wasn't a lighter shade in the Morphe palette. So I just applied that on my brow bone. So just use any kind of like light vanilla shade that's matte for your brow bone. So for my lashes, I used the House of Lashes Iconic Lights, which I love, by the way. This is what they look like. They're so pretty. So now I just went in with that same liner, and I lined my waterline. But let's move back to the face, because in a second, once I do my foundation, I'm going to go back to the eyes to finish the lower lash part. I used the the Too Faced primer. And now I'm mixing two foundations. I used the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, and then I mixed the Milani one because the Estee Double Wear is a little too light. So I mixed the two of these together, and I'm just going to blend that onto my face with my L'Oreal sponge. Now I'm going to do my contour and highlight. So I'm going in with a cream contour. This is the Wet n Wild cream contour stick in the shade Oaks on You. I have been loving this cream contour stick. I use it almost like every time I do my foundation now, because I love the way that it gives your skin this like kind of warmth, but it's just so pretty. And then I'm going in with my Nars Creamy Concealer, and I'm just going to put this anywhere that I want to highlight. So underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, my forehead. You guys get this. I've done it several times. And then I'm just going to blend this all out with my sponge. You want to make sure you blend the highlight first and then the contour, or vice versa. It doesn't really matter, just to keep the sponge and everything else nice and clean. So now I'm just going to set everywhere that I put the concealer with my RCMA Translucent No Color Powder. So I'm just using that sponge, and I'm pressing this into my skin. I'm not necessarily baking, which is where you put a excessive amount of powder on your face and you let it kind of sit on your face. This I'm just kind of pressing in and just making sure everything is set. I like the way this looks better because it just looks a little bit more natural than if you were to put a lot of powder on. I mean, I still am putting a lot of powder on, but I'm not really letting it kind of sit onto my face. I'm just pressing it in, if that makes any sense at all. Now that we have the concealer done, I'm going to move back to my eyes. I'm going in with the same lighter shade we put on our crease to begin with, and I'm just smoking this out underneath my lower lash line. Don't be afraid to bring it down low, because I feel like that's what gives it the really sultry kind of look. So I'm just really buffing this out and kind of bringing it down a little bit lower. And then I'm going in with this kind of deeper shade with a smaller, more precise brush, and I'm pushing this into my lash line just to give it a gradient effect. I am going to go in with one more darker shade and really push that up against my actual like lower lashes. But here I just took that vanilla shade just to blend it, all those shades together. So here's where I take the darker color, and I'm really just pushing that into my lower lash line. And then after I do that, I'm going to apply some lower mascara. I am using the Wet n Wild Skinny Mascara. This stuff is really good. It's a really small brush, so it really just gets your lashes really, really nicely. So I love this mascara. Alright, so now I'm just going to go back to the face. I want to set everywhere else that we hadn't set yet. So I'm going in with the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation Powder in the color Medium. And this is my first time trying it, and so far I do like it. I'm using the IT Cosmetics All Over Powder Brush. I love, love, love this brush. So now I'm going to contour. I'm using my Benefit Hoola, and I'm just going to contour my cheekbones and also my nose.
With crimson secrets and forbidden bliss, can't stay still, don't stop that thrill. My bones crave your skin, temptation within, mistakes.
Now I'm just going to warm up the skin a little bit with a little bit of bronzer. This is the Tarte bronzer in Park Ave Princess. I'm using a Morphe, I think it's an E3 brush. I'll have everything linked down below, but I'm just using this. I wanted it to be a tiny, tiny bit more warm, so I went in with my MAC Give Me Sun. I use this stuff so much because I feel like it just gives your skin that like summery glow. It is a little more on like the orangey warm side, but if you use just a little bit, I just love it so, so much. So now I'm going in with MAC Peaches. This blush is so pretty, and I'm just going to apply this onto my cheekbones. I wanted to use a matte blush, so that's why I went for this one, especially because we have glitter on the lid. So now for highlight, I'm going in with Ofra Cosmetics highlight in the shade Rodeo Drive. This highlight is literally blinding, and it's so, so beautiful. So I use this with a Real Techniques setting brush, and I'm just going to apply that on my cheekbones, a little bit above my brow, and also on like the tip of my nose, bridge of my nose, and my Cupid's bow. Now moving on to lips, I'm using MAC lip liner in the color Whirl, and I'm just going to line my lips and also fill them in. Alright, so now I'm just going to really make the lips a little bit more nude. This is Jeffree Star's liquid lipstick in the color I'm Nude. Not really a color because it's literally nude, but I just wanted to tone down the lip liner and do more of a nude lip because the eyes are so, so dramatic. So I went back in with my Whirl, and I'm just kind of outlining like the edges just to give it more of like a little bit of an ombre effect because I didn't want the lips to be like extremely nude. So I'm just doing that, and then I did top it with a gloss. You guys can leave it matte if you want, but I wanted a little bit of a gloss. This is the Bare Minerals Groovy Lip Gloss. This is so gorgeous. I love this lip gloss. I carry it in my purse all the time. It's beautiful. I love it. So before we finish off, we're just going to spray our face with some Urban Decay All Nighter, and I'm just going to do my hair, and I'll be right back.